I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Ginger, get back in the barn. So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. Excuse me, busybodies. Excuse me, what are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. What are you doing? Do you like this cold front that's coming in? It feels pretty good, doesn't it? Feels like Christmas. So I'm trying to kind of back it on up into the hay because it is so windy. We have a pretty nice cool front coming in for the next couple of days. We're going to bounce down to around 40 degrees. I know you guys that live up in the tundra, you're negative 65,000 right now. I know. But we're not even into October 1st, and we are getting down to like 41, 42 degrees. It's cooling down, but the days are nice and sunny. We're pretty dry. It may change by the end of the week, so we'll see how that goes. But are you keeping up with all the shenanigans going on? So I just want to say, last week we tested our hay. If it's windy, guys, I cannot control this. This is crazy. It's like all of a sudden this afternoon. But the other day we made sure that as we were bringing in hay, we tested our hay and we made sure that our moisture content, the moisture content and the temperature and whatever was safe for our hay. We're keeping an eye on it. So we've gotten some help with that this year. Really awesome to be able to make sure that all of our safety measures are in check so far, especially when we're packing in this much hay for winter as we are all preparing for the winter season that is coming on. Doesn't it feel like it's coming on early? I know it. Everybody I talk to says persimmon, 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 all spoons, with the exception of one gal who said she thinks she got a knife. And I was like, well, shoveling snow in high wind, that doesn't sound like fun either. Hey, Fritz, where you going? Show him what you did. Yeah, go ahead, do it. He loves to climb the ladder. And, yeah, boom. Good job, buddy. Good job. Sister, where you going? I knew it. I knew you would come back. What you doing, baby? Miss Gingy. Oh, hey, are you gonna give them we're gonna talk about Christmas? So, guys, if it's a little bit windy, I'm just gonna apologize. No matter where I go or what I'm doing, I've got little crazy barn cats and high wind. So here's the thing. So, listen, you've survived past the 16th and the 24th, right? So we're just pushing forth with another day of everything that we need to be doing. I've talked to a lot of people this last weekend. So many people came to the wonderful crossing of the Watauga at Sycamore Shoals. Awesome turnout, one of the best turnouts they've ever had in many years of not only participation, but people coming. And so many of you, I thank you so much for your support. Y'all were just awesome. I just want to say that we do plan to be at Kings Mountain on October the 7th. That's the day that the Battle of Kings Mountain actually took place in 1780. So we will be there for all of the events there that day, you know, God willing, obviously. But that is the plan at this time. So we hope to see you there. Many of you great descendants out there. Woo! Oh my goodness. Winter is coming. So here's the deal, guys. So they came out today on the news talking about the stock market. You see what's going on with it. You know what's going on with the economy. You know that you are putting away as many items as you can for winter, that long, dark, hard winter. Not only that, I hope that you are paying off as much debt as you can and trying to really, truly do the things that your family needs to be as sustainable as possible. They said today that we are going to see one of the worst in terms of economics, I guess you could say, in terms of sales, one of the worst Christmases that we have seen in a long time. What's so funny to me is I started thinking about this last week, and I said it on my biscuit video, was basically I wanted you to start thinking about that if there are things that you want or need for the holiday season, basically November into December in the new year, things that you need for winter or things that you need for holiday of any sort, that you really need to push on that if you can, because things aren't getting any easier, right? Prices are not getting any better. You're getting totally yanked around with the prices of gas, and we know that inflation is through the roof. We know what the Fed is doing. Guys, you know all of these things. But today it was pretty alarming to sit there and go, we were just talking about this last week. It is so bad as far as what they are predicting in terms of sales and whatnot, that basically you are going to start seeing Black Friday events, Black Friday type sales happening in the first week of October. That's just next week. I mean, we're not even thinking about jack-o'-lanterns yet, right? And you're already getting Black Friday for Christmas. So that should tell you pretty much what's going on. I know it's windy, so I apologize, but this is the deal, guys. Do you really need somebody on television to tell you all of the things that are going on? Now, do I think that necessarily we're going to see like an economic collapse tonight? No, I've never said that. I've never believed that. I believe that we are going to continue to erode. I think that you're going to continue to see things get difficult. Could something trigger something really quick, really fast tomorrow? Absolutely. We have to be mentally, physically, spiritually prepared for any potential at any time. But let me give you one little ounce of hope. Let me continue to try to remind you that you are doing the right thing and that you are on the right path and that you are truly on the only path, and the path that your grandmothers and your ancestors were on every single day, which is how and why they made it, which is why you're here. What do you think? What do you think, honey? So we were talking to an old friend just today, and basically we're talking about all the things that we're talking about today. And that, in a sense, I don't want to say our stress level has come down, because it's not necessarily that, it's just changed. When you realize that you are in a different lifestyle than you used to be, that, living this fast-paced, hustle-bustle, moment-to-moment, credit card, trying to please other people rather than yourself type lifestyle, trying to constantly have different things, new things, and basically living beyond your means. When you realize that's not the life that you want to live anymore, and it's not the life that is sustainable, things change. And so it may take you a long time to come out of that. Economically, for most people, it does. So I want to remind you that what we do and the life that we lead and the one that we are trying to push in terms of making you see, this is where it's at. Because see, when you know that you've worked a long time to maybe pay off debt or to put extra food on the shelf, to make sure that you have extra wood stacked up for winter, maybe you paid off your car. When you did all of these things and you don't have to rely on others or the box stores in order to sustain you so much or to make you happy, an inner peace comes over you, right? This is what this is all about. And so this is what I'm saying. There is no way that anybody, whether it's me, whether it's you, whether it's anybody on YouTube, no one can predict exactly what's coming. We may have an idea, but we can come up with about 100 different scenarios, right? And none of those 100 may happen. It may happen in a totally different way. Only God knows what is exactly going to happen, and it's going to happen in the fashion in which He wants it to. We are just servants of the Lord, and we are just individuals trying to live more sustainable lives. But the thing is so we were talking to our friend, and he was like, I took a couple of days off because, I work every day. I'm doing all of these things. I have been for years. And so, there's moments where I go, if something bad happens this afternoon, I'm going to sip my coffee and I'm going to sit back and put my feet up and go, you know, it is what it is, because I have continued to live every single day making sure that I'm doing the best that I can. That's what it's about, doing the very best that you can. None of us are where we want to be. We may not be where we exactly need to be, but when you make a decision and you say, okay, I'm going to be doing X amount, and you go for it and you get it done, and you just keep plugging at whatever these things are every day, whether it is, you know, I hope in 3 months I've got this paid off, or you know what, I went to my pantry and I looked around and I decided, you know, I don't want 12 jars of peanut butter. I need 15. I'm going to make that happen. When you hit those goals, and I know a lot of you are, because you have been working at this every single day, and you continue to because you understand it is a lifestyle, you're going to be able to deal with the storms when they come in. So I want to encourage you to continue on your path. We're going to have a lot of great videos coming up starting back this week. Took a little bit of a break for our anniversary and some historical things and family things that we've done over the past couple of days. But winter is coming. Christmas is coming. Think about the important things that you need to be doing for you and your family for winter. Because if you're preparing for a long, dark winter, that translates to so many different things, whether there is an economic collapse, whether we switch to digital currency, what happens in a worldwide situation. All of these things, the more you continue to think about preparing for winter, the more prepared overall you're going to be. You're going to be able to handle the electric bills a little bit better. You're going to be able to handle the inflation, hopefully a little bit better. And again, it's time to have a serious sit-down conversation with you and your family and say, this is where we are. These are our goals. This is what's happening. And these are the things that matter. And we're all in this together. If that means, like I said before last week, you cut out some things for Christmas, so be it. At least you all are healthy, happy, and hopefully eating a really nice turkey or ham, right? So that's the goal. And think about the important things that you need to spend your time and money on that are sustainable for everybody in the family. I mean, do you really have to get the newest iPhone? I know I'm not. I don't. But you know what? I sure would appreciate a blessings bag from somebody in the family if they were going to spend the time and money, you know, a bag of pinto beans, a bag of detergent, a bag, you know, with socks or a nice blanket. Make these items matter. Start picking up on them now. Wonderful gifts, and they're perfect for somebody in terms of helping them be more sustainable, because we all know the more that each of us are sustainable, if you will, we're all going to get along better together. So as far as all the things that we're seeing, I'm going to tell you this right now. I think that we're going to float along possibly for a while. And again, I've mentioned this before. You have to think lifestyle change, and you've got to think not Hail Mary. You're in it for the long-term game. You're in it for the long time. You are not in it just to win it, just for today. Prepping and preparing and homesteading is not something or whatever that you're just going to pick up today, do it for a couple weeks and be done. This is a lifestyle change. It is not the Hail Mary. It is the long game. We'll see where we are in November. I think that things are going to get really interesting in November. And, you know, we're going to have to come together, folks. So we're going to have to realize that we need to be united and not divided. Got a lot of videos coming up. I've missed you. Have you missed me just a little bit? maybe some of you have just a little bit. Others, not so much. But we're moving on, right? Guys, we appreciate you being here. Hope you've had a great weekend. Stay very, very focused. Stay cool. Stay calm. Just keep working, pushing on a little something more every single day for the long game. Guys, like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you on the next video.